Looney Tunes The Day the Earth Blew Up is now released in theaters. The return to Looney Tunes in the theaters, and wasn't the return we all wanted? Well, let's review it. Now this review is coming from someone who didn't grow up on Looney Tunes. I've seen some of the older episodes, and I've seen the movies like Space Jams and such. I know who the characters are, but I never grew up on Looney Tunes. But what I have seen of the franchise I have enjoyed, but I just never gotten into the entire show. But with that said, let's start the review. Looney Tunes is back on the big screen, and it's a satisfying entry into the franchise. This will mark our 4th Looney Tunes movie that was released in theaters, and it's a great one. Now, first off, the 2D animation. The 2D animation is a huge standout of this movie. Not only does it show what 2D animation would look like nowadays if it was never removed to 3D animation, but it also has that Looney Tunes style to it, and captures the tone of Looney Tunes and the humor of Looney Tunes, and the animation is still able to show that while still being a 2D animation. And I kind of just miss this style of 2D animation because this movie looked really nice with the 2D animation. Made me kind of miss this style, and I wish we get more movies still using that 2D animation. This movie also has the same humor that Looney Tunes has. It never takes away that humor, and the movie is still hilarious. No matter what age you are going to laugh consistently with this movie, and it still has that slapstick humor for what Looney Tunes is, and the movie is still able to capture that. And if you're able to see this movie with a full theater, which is unlikely because this movie was barely marketed, but if you're lucky enough to have a full theater, you're going to hear consistent laughing, and that's great about movies like this. You want that packed theater just to hear the audience laughing. You want to hear that reaction. You want to have that experience in the theaters with the audience. So if you do watch this movie and their theater's full, expect a lot of laughter. My theater definitely had a lot of laughter because this movie's funny and is able to make jokes that appeal to all ages with his slapstick humor. And the movie just serves as a great fun time in the theater. It's not trying to tell storytelling that an animated movie has never told before. It's the Looney Tunes movie. And we all know what kind of humor, what kind of movie that would bring. And your expectations are going to be met. Slapstick humor, that's what Looney Tunes is. That's what you're going to get. And it serves as a fun, great time in the theater. That's all you're expecting. That's what you're going to get. And I'm sure for old Looney Tunes fans, if you grew up on the original show, you're going to enjoy seeing these characters back again in their 2D animated form. From what I've seen of Looney Tunes, I feel like this movie was still able to capture everything about that show, but now you're going to be able to see it on the big screen. Now this movie has a predictable story. Like I said, this movie is not trying to do anything groundbreaking. It's not trying to do storytelling that hasn't been told ever. It's a Looney Tunes movie, so exactly what you're going into is what you're going to get. But if you're thrown off from generic stories, this movie certainly does have another generic story in the movie. We've seen this before, we've done it before. There's nothing new in here, but the movie is saved from the humor of the movie. And a Looney Tunes movie, you're not really expecting a grand plot that hasn't been done before, so you get a nice, safe story out of that. But the movie is also forgettable. Generic plot equals forgettable movie. Yes, it's a fun time at the theaters for the time. You're gonna have a fun time during the theaters. This is the time of movie that you put on or go watch just to waste time because you have nothing else to do. You're gonna enjoy your time with it, but you're going to forget it. The Day the Earth Blew Up will be absolutely loved by old Looney Tunes fans, and even new fans of Looney Tunes will still enjoy this movie. If you're a fan of Looney Tunes, you're absolutely going to love this movie. It's going to be exactly what you want. If you're not a fan of Looney Tunes or didn't grow up on them like me, you're going to enjoy your time with the movie, but you're not going to come out loving it. Since I'm not one of the people that grew up with Looney Tunes, I did not love this movie, but I certainly did enjoy my time with it and do recommend it for everyone who's wanting to watch a movie and just have fun.
That's all, folks.